Hi Bobcats, this is Miss Lee, and this is a mini lesson on the area of parallelograms. Please make sure that you have your notes and you're filling them out as we go along. First of all, how do we get the area of a parallelogram? We'll take a look at this rectangle. We know that this rectangle, the formula for the area of a rectangle is going to be A equals base times height. Okay. If we take this rectangle and we were to cut a diagonal line from the right corner to some place on the top and take that piece, this piece right here, and move it to the left side of the rectangle, what shape does it become? It becomes a parallelogram, right? So my question is, did we change the area at all? Would we cut it? Did we cut some extra off and throw it away? Or did we add extra area when we moved it over here? No, because we just took that piece, cut it off, and moved it. So we didn't change the area at all. So the formula is going to stay the same. It's the same as the formula for the area of a rectangle. It's going to be area equals base times height. So the formula doesn't change. The formula for the area of a parallelogram is the same as the formula for the area of a rectangle. But be careful because the height is special. Remember when you go to the doctor's office and you're getting like a physical or a checkup and they take your height, measure to see how tall you are, they tell you to stand up straight and tall, don't they? They don't ask you to stand slanted. Okay? So your height has to be straight and tall. The sides of a parallelogram are not straight and tall, they're slanted. So the height has to be perpendicular to the base. So you go from the highest point on the parallelogram and you draw a line perpendicular to the base, and it makes that right angle. That line is going to be your height. So this line here is going to measure the height, okay, not the perpendicular lines. So remember that. Okay, I'm going to write practice problem 1. A local meteorologist alerted people to a thunderstorm warning for the region shown on the map. What is the area of the region that is under a thunderstorm warning? Okay, looking at the shape, we know it's a parallelogram. We're looking for the area, so let's write the formula. Area, capital A, is going to equal the base times the height. Now we're going to write our equation by substituting in what we know. We're looking for the area, so the capital A is unknown, it stays the same. The base is the bottom, and remember in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are congruent, they're equal. So even though it doesn't give us the measurement, the dimension down here, it does on the top. So it's going to be 15.5 times the height, which is not a side, not a slanted side, but it's that line that's perpendicular to the base, which is 21. And now to solve for the area, all we have to do is multiply. Again, we have a decimal, so I'm going to take out the decimal point, multiply as if they were whole numbers. 155 times 21, so there's a 5, 5, 1. I'm moving over here to my tens place, so I need to add a 0 as a placeholder in the ones. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. Add them up. 5, 5, 2, 3. Go back. I need one decimal place. So my area is going to be 325 and 5/10. It's going to be miles, and it's squared. Miles squared, because remember, miles times miles is miles squared. Now let's try practice problem 2. In this problem, the parallelogram has a base of 12 inches, so we know it's a parallelogram. Sorry, my pen is acting up here. So we know it's a parallelogram. It has a base of 12 inches and an area of 312 square inches. We want to find the height, h. So this is one where we know the area. So let's write down the formula. Formula for the area of a parallelogram is base times height plug in the numbers we know. We know the area, which is our A, is 312. We know the base, which is our B, is 12 inches, times the height, which is unknown, so it remains an H. Right? So which equation looks similar to this? Well, we're multiplying 12 times the height, and it equals 312. This is 6 times the height, 24 times the base, 312 times the base, 12 times the height. It's answer D. And then to solve this, if we actually needed to find the height, you would have the one-step equation, and you'd have to isolate the h, which right now is being multiplied by 12, so you do the opposite, which is to divide by 12, and do that to both sides. All right, good job.